So you downloaded the Funky Models resource pack and want to try the new glass system. Then you try it and nothing makes sense and you can't seem to get anything to look like the pictures. However, it's actually much easier than it seems, you just need to know how it works. Before getting into the glass, if you're using the recommended shader, which is iteration RP, it's recommended you do these small edits. Extract the shader file, delete the zipped one, go into here, shaders, and then go to lib, and then utilities, and then Control F to search up normal.xy equals max ABS. Go into there, put 2 slashes, save it, close it. Then go in game, go to options, video settings, quality, and set bitmap levels to 4. Then go into the shader settings, go to texture, parallax settings, and make sure the mode is sharp. And you can press K to turn off the shader or turn it on. Now get yourself a debug stick. To access this inventory, just go to Options, Controls, and set Operator Items tab to on. It's also recommended to use the World Edit mod. Once you have that, run /perf off, which allows blocks to stay in illegal states without updating. Okay, so it's important to note that there are 2 ways to approach windows. There is a glassless approach, which is easier to work with, and then incorporating glass is a little more tricky because the glass must be a separate block. Therefore, the window frames must be overlaid onto the glass. So windows come in 2 tall, 3 tall, and 4 tall, and they all behave the same way. So facing north and east will give you curved corners, and south and west will give you square corners. You can open the door to have a continuous window, and you can power the top half to offset the direction based on where the window is against. You can also use the hinge to flip the direction, which means you can choose which way you want the window to go based on which half you place the block on, which comes automatically when adding them to window frames. So making something like this is actually really easy. All you have to do is place the glass first, and then use the debug stick to change the direction. Then just place a continuous window and make sure the door faces the glass, and then just place the 2 round ones on the side. Fix the glass, and then just power the windows, and that's it. And then we got the corners. You can open it to have a round corner, and the radius of the corner depends on which side the hinge is on. And of course you can power it to offset it for glass. To use the curved glass on the large frame, you can simply place it on the back, and there's no need to offset the frame for this type, which is nice. It can also be used vertically and horizontally like this, and they can also be placed like this to make them face the ceiling. And the same thing goes for the corners. For the 4 tall version, you need to raise it by a block and apply the changes to both the top and the bottom halves. Then we got doors that can't be used with glass and are just frames. These were meant to be substitutes for the window frames that have concrete arches surrounding them. So honestly, I don't think these should be used at all, but here's how they work anyway. For a 2 high door, you can open it to align it to the grid and offset it by half a block, and you can power it to raise it by half a block. You can also open the 3 tall one to align in between 2 blocks, and you can also power it for a round top, and also power it and open it for a round bottom as well. Next we got the shulker boxes and signs, which may seem overwhelming, but know that they serve almost identical functions. It's just that the shulkers are frames and can't be used with glass, while the signs are overlays that can. The shulkers mostly behave the same way, but some have unique functionality. Like the circle, which becomes a 2x2 circle when placed down. Generally, north and west ones have the same design, and south and west ones also share the same design. These are meant to be pretty intuitive to use. Just start with the hole and place the frames against the wall. Now the signs come with a lot of features, however they all do the same thing, which is overlaying onto glass. They're all the same shapes as the shulkers, but the shulkers don't allow for glass to be inside the frame. There are 16 ways a sign can be placed on the ground, and then 4 ways it can be placed on a wall. These are usually all different models. Again, south and east ones are usually the same, and the north and west ones are also the same model. For floor signs, which are the signs placed on top of a block, there are usually 4 different models that have rotated variations. They were made in such a way that the same models are 4 rotations apart, so you can just rotate the sign 4 times to rotate the model that you like. This allows for easy placement once you know the rotation of a model you like. The circle sign can also produce squares, and the bottom arch can also produce full circles. These overlays are really powerful since you can combine them together. Like this right here is officially called the artifacts window.